Your place is so cool, so they didn't like me coming up here, you know? This is my first chance to have a proper look around. Wonder what did you do? Well, who said I did anything? Well, did you? I think it's cause I stand and end off her bed in the middle of the night, kinda spooked her a little. Okay, I can see why she wouldn't like that. I was just messing around, I won't do that to you. Oh, I promise. Pinky promised, but you know. She wheeled her semi-translucent pinky finger in front of your face. Anyway, do you have a computer? I do. I brought my laptop with me. Luckily, I don't know what I'd do without it. Yes, finally! You sit down at your desk, swinging around the chair to log in. What's step one of becoming an idol then? Getting famous, I guess? Selling out a garage arena for my concert. Okay, I don't know much about idols, but I think there's some steps before that. Did you decide on a name at last? You had a few ideas earlier, but... Well, I have been thinking about it. We need a super cool idol? Denied. What? I thought that was a good one! How about something more like... something that highlights your draw? Ghost Star Winnie. With a star in the middle, they might be cute. Woo! Mysterious, intriguing, cute. And accurate to boot. Hopefully people don't question the fact you're slightly transparent too much. They could cause us some trouble. No, it's fine, this is hologram stuff. We are in the future. Okay. How about this? She got into position, arms wide, a huge grin on her face. Hello, my little ghostlings. Ghost Star Winnie is here. You hold another pose, making a star symbol with her hands out in the front of her. Oh, nice. How was that? Perfect. Wow, you already got that down. Really? Does it look cool? Mysterious? Yep, cool and mysterious, with a dash of cute and for good measures. Hey! Okay, Ghost Star Winnie, we've got a name down. I suppose the next thing to do is make social media accounts so you actually have somewhere to be an idol. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Twitch too? Do you want to make videos? Of course. Got it, I start setting those up. Do you have an email address already? Maybe we should probably just make a new one. You maybe have an email? I can't really remember. Alright, new email too. You tapped away on your keyboard getting to work. So, Winnie, can I ask you something? I'm an open book. Well, you're a ghost. That's not a question, so I wasn't done yet. Are you dead? Ooh, I'm a scary dead person. I don't know, to be honest. I don't have any memories of my life. Probably. Ghosts are usually dead, right? Right? You lost your memories? I guess so. Or maybe I didn't have it in the first place. Who knows? He's very nonchalant about it. And that doesn't bother you? Why would it? I'm all for the here and now. I guess that's a good way to live. You know what I mean? What's with the superstar idol thing then? I thought it was some kind of unfulfilled dream of yours. Maybe it was. Oh my god. Honestly, I just feel like this store was so boring sometimes, you know? So I was brainstorming ways I could help liven the place up, and bam! I saw this old magazine with a super cool idol on the front cover. Sylvie Willy thought it'd be a good idea for me to pursue, but he didn't have a computer. I'm so glad you're here now. It's original at the very least. Can't say I know many antiques those ghost idols. I have the market cornered before you know it. But really, one magazine cover is all it took. Inspiration strikes quickly, you know, but maybe I was looking for my thing. I understand that. I think I'm still looking. Selling antiques your thing? Maybe it will be. We'll see. So, the other thing is only recent? I've had the idea for a couple of weeks. Now I've been brainstorming all kinds of things while waiting for you. Waiting for me? Lily said you were coming. She said you'd be able to help. So she signed me up for it ahead of time. My aunt signed me up to all the programs without me knowing. Well, I don't mind. Anyway, I was born to be a star. I think I was probably a pop sensation in my past life. Or maybe a famous actor, or both. You chuckled, shaking your head as you turned away from your laptop. Well, your social media is ready. You're officially one step closer to world domination. This is so exciting. What's next? What's next? Maybe a profile picture? I can take a photo for you. Wait, did you come up with photos? Of course I do. I'm not a vampire. Is it? Oh! Thank God, I'm imagining trying to figure out how to mark an invisible person online. You lifted your phone up, angling it towards Winnie, who instantly struck a dramatic pose, tilting her head to the side with an exaggerated wink. Jeez! You snapped the photo, checking the screen. Sure enough, she was there. Only ever so slightly transparent. If you didn't know she was a ghost, you likely wouldn't have guessed from this picture. Let me see, let me see! You turned the phone screen around her and you practically bounced up and down in place. So cute! Lotus! You're such a good photographer! Well, I think anyone could do this much, but I'm not the one to turn down praise. I dabbled in photography when I was younger. I'm not doing the hard ones. I'm so sorry, Winnie. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad. We just continue. I actually did some photography classes when I was younger. I kind of forgot. Oh, really? You're so talented. Hardly. I drifted away from it pretty quickly. Same as I drifted away from knitting, journaling, cooking. It's okay. You can always come back to them if you enjoy them. Oh, why? I didn't enjoy them. I'm not sure I didn't enjoy it, really. I think I've just spent my life chasing for something but never found it. You can do all of them if you want to. I pick things up, then put them down, waiting for something to just click. Oh, why? I feel called out. Well, I think you're really good at everything. I saw you handle all these customers earlier, and now you're making me into a superstar like it's nothing. I think I'm falling in love. You're funny, Winnie. You're the funny one. Thank you. Should I add comedian to my title? Well, why not? Superstar, idol, and comedian. Well, now let's upload your new profile picture there. Looking good, Winnie. Now we just need content. You said you wanted to do videos? Yep. I should probably, figure out what kind of idol I am. Am I the cool, mysterious type or the super high energy, cheerful kind? I mean, that seems pretty obvious to me, but more importantly, who do you want to be? When you paused for a second at that, it was brief. So brief that you might have missed it if you weren't paying attention. That's a good question, huh? Yes, well, just find out along the way. That's what makes it fun. Well, you quite literally have all the time in the world to work it out. There's no rush. Take some time thinking about what you want your first post to be, so... Cool. Right, I should do some brainstorming. I got it. You brainstormed for like 3 seconds. What can I say? I'm obviously just a natural. So here's the idea. I pretend like I'm putting on a show, and you can pretend to be in a crowd recording right here in the store. If you post it online, I totally go. No. Or like a fan cam. Yeah, like that. We don't know what a fan cam is, do you? Maybe it's lost with the rest of my memories. Just a fan recording of a performance. They're pretty popular online. Alright, I can do that. What are you actually going to do? Do though. Surprise. Are you excited? I don't think I could get any more excited if I tried. Come on, let's go do it then. Are we doing it right now? Wait. Isn't it a little dark for something like this? Concerts are usually dark, I think. Concerts. Oh, concerts. Don't worry, I'm just going to add to the atmosphere. Just use a phone torch or something. With that, she stepped up onto the counter, not paying any mind to any of the items there, which was fine. Really? Considering she just passed through. Oh, okay. Ready? I start recording. Mic check, mic check. You don't even have a mic. I'm practicing. Hello, I'm Winnie. Oh no, that's not right. Start again. Hello, my little ghostlings. Ghost Star Winnie is here, your favorite spirit from beyond the grave. Woo! We trotted around throwing her arms out like she was greeting an arena of adoring fans. Ooh, Winnie, we love you! Today I'll be singing my debut single, Fall Right Into Place. Winnie took a deep breath, and just like that, her usual energy faded. Her playful grin softened into something more more wistful. Then she began to sing. Are we getting? No, you didn't. Is this what we do? No. Oh my god! I will not sing. We pretend, okay? From the songbirds in the treetops to the valleys down below, every living creature has beauty to show. She sang with all the passion of a girl with no place to call home. Her voice was light, sweet, airy, but there was a depth beneath it, a kind of yearning woven between the notes. The creaking of the floorboards play a timeless melody. I wonder about the future that is waiting for me. She had one hand out as if she were reaching for something, or someone just out of grasp. Her voice carried through the still air, filling the empty space. No, we stay silent and we just listen. You didn't say anything. It was almost like you couldn't. You just watched her standing there above you, mesmerized by Winnie, the playful, energetic whirlwind of a ghost who suddenly seemed so delicate, but lost in something unseen. He seemed almost caught between her dreams and memories, or lack of them. Oh, Winnie, I can shake off this feeling of sweet mystery. Like all the snowy mountaintops were made alive for me. Every bone in my being is begging to stay. Like all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place. As she hit her final notes, Winnie's eyes fluttered shut as she let sound settle into the stillness of the room. Then she cracked one eye open, grinning. Hey! I loved it! So, how was it? You quickly stopped the recording. Hopefully I got it all. I kind of got all the way through that. That's why we were doing this. It was beautiful, Winnie. Yay! Where did that song come from? My mouth? Oh, come on. Call comedian not that much. Did you write it? I think so. I hope so. It's when I first got here, it was in my head. Maybe it's a memory, I'm not sure. But it's pretty, right? It's gorgeous. You're an amazing singer. Well, I wouldn't be a very good idol if I couldn't sing. That's true, I just didn't realize you were that good. You lean back again, the counter, arms crossed as Winnie descends to stand beside you. Ah, memory, huh? Music is a pretty powerful thing. I wonder if it means something. That I've always been destined to be famous? Maybe? Kinda funny, huh? What is? I have no clue who I was, but I remember a song. Well, maybe it was important to you or something. Something you held on to even after everything else faded away, like a little keepsake. Winnie hummed, rocking back and forth over her heels. Oh well, floating in place as if she had heels to rock on. But once she didn't immediately follow up with a joke. She just thought about it, hands clasped behind her back. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, anything's possible, right? A little bittersweet. No, it's all sweet. Don't worry about sad stuff, Lotus. I don't care if I remember or not. All that matters is now I'm going to be a superstar. How did the recording turn out? Good question. I think it's good. I have to clean it up a little before it's ready to post though. I can add some special effects too. Damn, I have skills. Strobe lights, fireworks, a backing track. Okay, temper your expectations a little there. I'm not a professional. When he grinned nearly from ear to ear and you were sure it was contagious as you found yourself smiling back. A yawn escaped your lips in the head. Admittedly. Tired? All this fame and stuff really wears you out, huh? Been a long day. You must be more exhausted than me. Not at all. I can sing all night. You might need to come up with more songs first to you so you don't get tired. Nope. I can't even remember what sleep feels like. Man, it would be helpful. Pretty cool, huh? Another perk of being a ghost. Doesn't it get lonely? Huh? Oh, sorry, it kind of slipped out. I just mean, while everyone else is sleeping, it must be very quiet around the stuff. If anything, it's just super boring. Luckily, Florian is usually around, but not tonight, huh? Ooh. I'd keep you company if I didn't need to be up first thing in the morning. Okay, Lotus, I keep practicing for my big debut. I won't be bored tonight. Your client slash business partner slash soon to be worldwide idol slash friend, I officially declare that your shift is over. Why, thank you, my esteemed Winnie. Oh, I like how that sounds. If we're not careful, your idol thing will turn into a cold thing, which honestly I'm down for, but maybe we hold off for now. I'll get some sleep. Then, good night, superstar. Night, Lotus, rest up. Let me know when you finish editing my debut recording too, alright? You got it. Oh, by the way, thanks for helping me get your letter down from the top of my dresser last night. What do you mean? I mean, sure. Night, Lotus. And just like that, well, who helped me with the note then? Just like that, ready for up and through the ceiling. Yay! We clearing all the events besides the one we need. Ghost idol. What a weird life I'm living. Well, at least I won't get bored out of here. With that, you head back upstairs. You stepped into your room, then promptly flopped down on the couch, exhausted and would take you. What a day. Between dealing with customers, meeting and helping Winnie with her idol stuff, and everything with Florian, you have left with little energy for yourself. You let your head come to rest on the back of the chair and closed your eyes. For a moment you told yourself you just, no, we're gonna fall asleep, yeah. No dinner. This is your bed now. And just like that, you fell into a light sleep. upstairs. Wake up. Oh! Follow rustling leaves. Destiny! Find it. What? Oh, hello! Your eyes should open a soft, insistent whisper ripple through of your mind. The first thing you noticed was the cool draft brushing against your skin. In the dim light of your room, you saw something strange. A scattering of autumn leaves swirling in a gentle motion. Around and around as if the world's gentlest tornado was inside your room, and you were in the center of it. Fairy! What the hell? Winnie, is that you? No reply came. You felt an inexplicable pull like a magnetron urging you to stand. Oh god! You got to your feet and the swirling leaves followed you, as if you were commanding them. Which you weren't, as far as you were aware. You looked out the window, but the wind didn't seem to be coming from there. Winnie, is this some kind of practical joke? If it is, you got me. That pull continued, almost as if dragging you to the door. Blowing hard, you followed out of your door and upstairs! Okay, hi. You had expected to see Winnie when you entered the room, but you found the attic empty. The pull continued, dragging you further into the room relentlessly. Dust most danced in the beam of moonlight that streamed in through the stained glass window as you made your way to one of the dressers, pushing aside boxes in your path. The closer you got, the more the temperature seemed to drop, and the leaves twirling around you began to glow. Cautiously, you reached out and brushed your fingers against the smooth wood of the dresser your heart pounding. It was icy to the touch, much colder than you would have expected. With a deep breath, you pulled open the drawer and found a book. It looked old, leather-bound, with no writing on the front and spine that you could see. Carefully, steadily, you reached in and took it from its place in the drawer, blowing a layer of dust off the surface. As soon as you made contact with it, the leaves swirling around you exploded into gold dust, shimmering through the air before coming to rest on the wooden floor. The temperature of the room returned to normal, and you were left once again exhausted. Strange book in your hand, you made your way back to your bedroom. Okay, thank you. Very nice of you. I just wanted to sleep, okay? You set down the book on the small dining table in the kitchen and changed into your pajamas. Whatever strange thing was going on right now, I could certainly wait until morning. You crawled into bed, heart still racing, and closed your eyes. Despite the adrenaline running in your veins, weariness overtook you, and soon enough you fell back into a much deeper sleep. Okay, proper sleep now. The songy chirping of a group of small bluebirds on your windowsill woke you from your sleep. You sat up and yawned, stretching out your shoulders with a pop. I'm sure that's not meant to pop. Rubbing your bare-eyed memories of last night's suddenly surfaced. Filled with alarm, you searched out the book you found and noticed that there was nothing on your table anymore. Is that all a dream? God, I need to stop watching TV or something. Oh, probably a book fell onto your lap as if someone had dropped it. A very familiar leather-bound book. How the... Does this place have a second ghost or something? Absentmindedly, you began to flick through the pages, but instead of being greeted with a journal like you expected, you found strange engraved drawings, almost like sigils. It looked old, but incredibly well kept, and you couldn't read a word of it. You flicked to the front, and in the bottom counter of the page was a single word, or in this case a name. Marigold. This old Sylvis? This is what is going on around here. Ghosts and night, sure, but people around here are different. Does that mean she was too? It did make sense to you, kind of. Yawn was a little strange in a curious way. Okay, Mr. Book, I'm going to leave you here, but I'll come back to you later tonight, I promise. There's no need to follow me around the store, alright? I've got work to do, but trust me, you and I have a date tonight, alright? Don't go anywhere. You set a leather-bound book carefully on your desk, taking note of exactly where you leave it. All you wanted to do at the moment was find answers, but instead you turned to the door. There was work to be done, inventory needed, sorting bills to be paid, and customers waited to come spend their hard-earned money and talk to you. Apparently, since that's what you wanted, help people. It wasn't that dirty. So let's sort. Maybe we do the counter in the morning. Because we do have 3 items, and then we just get more, and then we clean the store tomorrow. You're sitting behind the counter when the door opens and a short figure steps in, framed by his son. Hello! I'm glad your store is still here. I would have been concerning if it wasn't. Yes, exactly, so I'm very happy. Did your mom like her birthday present? She smiled all day and night, and she's a good smiler. I'm so glad to hear it. Can I help you with anything else today? You're back so soon. I didn't realize Kiss Your Age was so in 20 weeks. This shop smells like fun, so I wanted to come back. Maybe I found something else to make Mom smile. Day is always good when she smiles. She drifted across the floor with that same light, carefully gazed as if barely needed to step on the ground to move it. It was strange, but interesting. Her path curved toward a tall antique mirror leaning against the shelf. The glass was a little fogged at the edges, silvery where the silvering had flaked. A pretty mirror, isn't it? But unfortunately it's not for sale. I might be able to find you something similar though. When you look at yourself, how do you know it's really you? It's a pretty big question for an otherwise quiet day. I like big questions. They fit more wonder inside. You stood close in the mirror, your reflection light up side by side. For a heartbeat, something odd flickered. Vivi's mismatched eyes swept left or right. Oh, and then the glass looked perfectly normal. You blink once, twice, confused. Well, I know it's me because I remember being me this way. And I suppose I know it's me because I remember being me. I've had this face forever, but how could I be anyone but me? Oh, but history is heavy and memories can change. Do you think they could ever take a person away from their reflection? Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve my reflection. Oh! Like I'm wearing something very beautiful that belongs to someone else. And if I breathe too loudly, I might notice and ask for it back. But I want to keep it. She pressed her fingertips almost but not quite against the glass, then dropped her hands abruptly and turned back to you. Maybe you can share your reflection then. It's not so bad. Sharing is nice. Thank you for entering. Of course. Can I stay here a while longer? Just a little until my mom is done shopping. Sure, take as much time as you need. By the way, shouldn't you be at school? Not today. I only go to school on the days I can remember to. Doesn't your mom mind? Mom likes her mom when we're together, I think. You'd like her. She's a very good mom. She wandered away from the mirror with her hands hovering over shelves until she paused in the display of small broken trinkets waiting in the discount bin. There was a cracked porcelain doll head, a chipped teacup, and a wind-up toy missing its faceplate. Can I touch these? Be my guest. They're too damaged to sell anyway. If you find anything you like, you can just take it. Crouched down and gently lifted the doll head, tilting it this way and that. Then she picked up the broken toy and studied the round space where its face had once been. Her mismatched eyes lit up with some curiosity. With surprising deftness, she set the porcelain head against the toy's body, pressing the edge until they fit with a strange, uncanny snugness. The toy stared back at you with wide painted doll eyes, its small cheek clicking faintly when Vivi gave it a twist. The figure lurched forward with a stuttering hop, the board face popping as if it belonged there all along. See, now they're both happier. The doll gets to move again and the toy isn't faceless anymore. Better when broken things share their parts, then no one has to be alone. That's creative. I don't think I would have thought of that. They're both happier now, even if one is gone and the other is a bit wrong. I'm impressed, Vivi. Maybe I should hire you to fix all of her broken stuff. I could help, but Mom's done shopping, so I have to go. I can come back later if that's okay. I like that. Have a nice day, Vivi. And tell your mom I said hello. I will. She'll like you, I think. You both smell like home. Oh, that's a new one. Oh, level up! Where we gotta put the points in? Smart. You're building the gorgeous we talk. Can't custom paying more. The health is a bad deal. My luck, my handiwork. I can restore stuff. Where is your chance of making a sale? Maybe we put it in luck. Luck is always good. He gave a small wave and left the door. You stared down at the strange mismatched doll and wondered what it could possibly mean. Hey! Back to selling items. Oh, I only have 2. I should have done it the other way around. I think the prices are great. Yep. Hello, it's Neve. So effort to make a look around. Welcome. Teach me enough, I take it off. Yay! Sold it! Now there's only one thing left. See you next time! Hello, I don't think there's anything for you. Yeah, I can buy anything now, but I dream about that baby. That's enough. That's alright. It's okay. It's too expensive for you. I'm sorry. We saw 2 customers today. Yeah, I just stepped away from the counter to grab lunch when the door opened and Florian came waltzing in, hovered once again with his sunglasses and bucket hat. Florian! Hey, how are you feeling? Did you get some sleep? The deep set bags under his eyes didn't look very promising. I'm fine enough to work. Well, if you say so, but you should think about going to see a doctor or something if this continues. Didn't I tell you to stop worrying about me? Yeah, but no one said I had to listen. Good day, Sir Florian. Pray forgive my intrusion, but might I inquire about this little contraption you have hanging from your pocket? Never seen it like before. Lucia stepped over from the side of the store, helmet under arm. She gestures towards a pair of headphones connected to Florian's phone, which was half hanging out of his pocket. A pair of headphones? Headphones? A peculiar name. I've heard of a phone owing to Lady Sylvie, but not these. Headphones. The tiny mini phones that you put into your ears and they put the screen in your brain? No, Winnie popped up from out my grinning at Lucia. Is that so? But no, she's bullshitting you. They're just little speakers. You have to be careful or the tiny phones will invade your ears and take over your mind. It's quite terrifying, Lady Vinoria. I believe I will keep my distance from these headphones. I'm telling you, she's lying. Look, you listen to music through them. Florian had the headphones out to Lucia. Will raise her hand. My warm thanks, but I believe it's best to let my ears remain free of such intrusions. Why do you never listen to me? She's playing a trick on you. I do not believe Lady Vinoria would lead me astray. And I would. They're really just for listening to music. We need messing with you. They're just little for listening to music. You might like them. Thank you, Lotus, but if that is truly the case, there's plenty of music to hear without using technology. I do not understand. Singing of birds, the rustling of leaves, I believe I will make do for now. I'm too tired of this shit. Perhaps a caffeinated beverage would be of assistance, Sir Florian. I shall go fetch you one, Lotus. I would like a hot chocolate. Thank you. It will be no problem. Lady Miller, I apologize that I cannot offer you a beverage too. It's okay, Lucy, I just enjoy it from afar. You really don't need to. I shall be back post-haste. And then Lucia left out the front door, sprinting us there. I'm gonna keep practicing. Bye-bye, lazy bones. When you pulled it back up and through the ceiling, you weren't sure you'd ever get away to that. Oh, Lucia, are you doing alright? It's just some personal shit. I have nothing to do with work. Alright, but don't overwork yourself too much, huh? Actually, I'm glad we have a second alone. I wanted to talk to you. Why? I guess you're kind of the person I know best in town. Why? I'm not the kind of person that people confide in. I disagree. You're really easy to talk to. What is it? I found something. Congratulations, but you prefer a ribbon or a medal? Both! Both is both an option? No. Then I like a ribbon, thank you. Damn, I got me excited for no reason. But seriously, I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a tornado in my room. Right. Tornado in your room. You're taking me seriously right now. No shit. You're telling me there was a tornado in your room. Okay, listen. Not a tornado exactly, but a lot of wind and leaves and they were swirling around me. And they led me to a book I can't read, but that doesn't matter right now. As soon as I touched it, it all disappeared. What's going on here? Have an idea or something? What? Where is that coming from? And yeah, probably. I told you, there's this town full of all kind of people that include your own. There's probably a reason she wanted you to come take over. She always has her reasons, she just never actually tells anyone about them. I think she gets off on leaving people confused. It's just... a week ago, if you told me that ghosts and time traveling knights and magic books existed, I would call you crazy now. I'm just meant to accept all of that? I don't know, you're doing a pretty good job of it. Am I? You like Winnie and Lucia? Of course, they're both great. Who cares if they're a little different? And what about you? What about me? Maybe you're a little different too. Does it matter? Oh no, but it's just kinda tossing everything I thought I knew to the wind. Yeah, well, it's life. One day you're a normal person doing some shit, and next everything's turned upside down without your permission. Oh, speaking from experience, I don't know what you're talking about. If you say so. Anyway, thanks, Florian. I guess I just have to be open-minded. I meant I can't just not believe any of this is true. Seeing all the evidence is right in front of me. That was away fighting over a tornado in your bedroom. It was like that. I apologize for the wait, my friends. Hey, wait, you were gone for all 5 minutes. A midday jog helps me clear my mind. Please enjoy. Placed on a small tray on the counter with 3 drinks carefully tucked into it. Quickly took yours, glad for it, and Lucia picked up something floral smelling. What you got there? The shopkeeper called it a white berry forest tea. I will admit, I have not yet tried such a thing, but I tend to keep away from coffee. I said you didn't have to get me anything. It would be unbecoming of a knight to offer a drink to Lotus and not to the Florian, please. I'm not thirsty. Truly, then I apologize. I did not mean to make you uncomfortable. It's not. But Florian picked up his drink. It smelled like strong, dark, rich coffee. Yeah, you happy now? I've got work to do. With that, he took off, coffee in hand. Is he always so pleasant? By pleasant, you mean acts as if some knave had defiled his morning gruel? Then yes, Florian has been red as somber from the moment we met some months ago. Ah, well, I guess even Grumpy is charming its own way. I'm sure he has his reasons. It is true. If I were to speak my mind, I would say he holds little belief in himself. Unfortunately, though, I do not know the circumstances that had led him to think like that. Regardless, under his solemn exterior, he is full of kindness. He has been kind since I got here. With you there, he might roll his eyes or grumble a little, but he's always stopped to help me when I need it. He also did my bandage. He's great. Now there's enough idle rest. I must take my watch and secure the perimeter of the establishment. Wait, you barely had a break. You were running an errand. Though my respite was brief, the call of duty is constant. I would not delay in safeguarding you and the store. Say about low to you before leaving out the front door, and once again, well, back to work, I guess. Back to finding stuff. My aunt's collection. You don't find anything worth saying today. No! Unlucky. I have nothing. I need to go up there first. It's a little past 5 p.m. and you're sweeping a few stray leaves from the floor when the door is pushed open once again. And then 5 more leaves join you, waiting there and they were sweeping. Greetings, Sir Emmett. You have arrived at a most fortuitous time. It means need to clean the place and look for it. It means there's one day where I can't sell. Hopefully, I'm doing this stuff on Saturday. So Florian and I were just debating over whether Lotus would neglect to pay the bills or not this week. Oh my god, you're not supposed to tell anyone that. It was just between us. Do I look that forgetful? Do you want me to answer that honestly? No, I'm sure. I'm not sure. Emmett adjusts his glass, pushing them up from his center with his fingertips. No bills were going paid while I'm still contracted. Okay, what's that supposed to mean? Even everything would fall apart if I fired you? I didn't say that, but you're free to assume what you will. Careful, if you speak to me so nicely, people will think you actually enjoy my company. My apologies, we wouldn't want that, would we? No, I set up my computer at the counter and we can go through your books together. I did bring my own laptop if that makes things easier. It would stop me having to come and assist you every week, yes. Miss Marigold never did any interesting technology. I miss hanging out with you, we're going on both. Okay, we just... Am I breaking my own rules? Maybe, but that's okay. Right? That's okay. This is just a demo. Oh, I should have just gone with all of them then. Well, mistakes were made. Now everyone just gets hearts. I'm missing out with you. Perish the thought. I would be happy to show you how to digitize your account yourself, and then there would be no need for me to come here every week. Oh, great, you would save money and I would save time. That sounds like a win-win to me, from business owner to business owner. What about your beautiful, wonderful company? I could be used on another client, I assure you. Fine, it's upstairs. Should I bring it down? That's a quiet location might be as good. He's so not interested while he's doing work. So the heart didn't even change anything. I want to turn back time and change what I said. Emmett looked sideways to where Florian and Winnie were currently discussing a new movie that had just been released, and then towards Lucille, who was sharpening her sword. Probably a good idea. The two of you head upstairs and into your apartment. Home sweet home. Can you get you something to drink? Coffee would be fantastic, thank you. You crouched down to look in the back of your aunt's cupboard. There are around a dozen different kinds of tea and beautiful little embossed tins with tiny brown labels your aunt's handwriting. It sure looked like it. Pushing those aside, you found what looked like a 20-year-old container of instant coffee. Fair warning, I think this coffee is older than I am. Would you expect anything less from the owner of an antique house? So, touché. I'm just saying, if you get poisoned, please don't sue me. All I have to pay you with is buttons and pocket lint. And say a client has tried to pay me with Pokemon before, but I've been known to accept buttons on occasions. I paired up with him. He sat down on the kitchen table at some point, scrutinizing his face. Seriously? No, why would I accept buttons? It was a joke. Oh, he's just really bad at joking. I have understood. Wow, it's actually kind of impressive how you can keep a complete straight face while joking. But maybe you work with a button factory. I do, but they pay me by Oh my god, you do? No, there's no button factory anywhere near. Oh my god, I cannot take you serious. What is this? Alright, wise guy, how am I meant to know when you're joking, huh? Stood up, quickly pouring both Emmett and yourself a cup of the maybe perhaps kind of out of date instant coffee. He's hoping it's still drinkable. You hand him the cup and place your own down at the spot beside his and collect your laptop, which was still open to Winnie's idol page. Kind of idols? This is for Winnie. No, I guess kind of. This is actually for Winnie. You can see when you write, just double check that she's not some elaborate prank. Yes, I know her offhandedly. And she sees through, right? As far as I'm aware, Miss Winnie is a ghost. But he doesn't care, yep! You're not so awfully concerned by that. There are scarier things in life than ghosts. Like audits. He has a point! Audits are really scary! While that ought to come with a warning, you'll make him shiver. Putting aside the non-work talk, please navigate to this website and download the software. I will give you a license to use it under my business. Oh, thank you! I put out his own laptop and showed you the download page for some piece of accounting software, which you'll probably download. Have I used a program like this before? What if I said I had? I would inquire whether you were lying or not. Okay, I haven't. Really, I'm new to all of this. Any guidance that you can give me is appreciated. Not to worry, it's rather beginner-friendly and your own business is quite simple. It's all cash in, cash out. I would suggest continue to use the book downstairs for keeping track of sales. As Miss Marigold will find it more comfortable when she returns, but once a week you can copy the numbers in here. He leaned over slightly and pointed towards the screen. Miss Marigold chose to pay off her bills weekly. I had suggested monthly or every 2 weeks, but she was adamant about it. These bills will cover water, power, the usual payment for your employees already paid directly out of your own account, so there's no need to worry about it. Nice, okay. Go ahead, I don't need to pay them. They're already paid for. She saved me a bit of effort. Just make sure to put some time aside every weekend to paying the bills. So I cannot clean the place and look for new stuff because I need to pay my bills. I got it. My weekends are about to go crazy. So just click here to find my bills. Over here. He leaned over again and couldn't help but notice the scent of his cologne. It was almost floral. In fact, if you had to pinpoint the way it smelled, maybe sparkly. Just straightened your hand brushed against his and for a split second time seemed to pause. Emmett quickly pulled his hand back and cleared his throat. Before continuing liking nothing. Florian, nothing is happening, I swear. We're just doing taxes. Just doing taxes, don't come up. Yeah, just there. Click on this tab and it will show you an overview of your pending payments for the week. Alright, I got it. Thanks, Emmett. From here on, it should be straightforward, however, since it's your first time, I stick around and assist you with filling in some sales data from the book downstairs. Really, that's awfully kind of you. At that, he let her Arella. I'm paid by the hour, losses. I wouldn't call it kindness. Oh, I see you're looking to fill up your bank account, huh? That's the point of running a business, yes. I appreciate the help nonetheless, even if it comes from a selfish place. Want to have a coffee before we start the numbers, boy? Numbers, boy? You like numbers, don't you? Yes, I suppose so, and no. One of those coffees was enough to last me a lifetime, thank you. If I never have to drink another, I will still be too soon. I grabbed the book then. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. Get back downstairs, then spend the next several hours going through the handwritten records on your own left. Plus your recent additions. Fortunately, just as Emmett said, it was rather simple task, just very time consuming. And done. Well, that was fun. It was, yes. Okay, now I'm the one who was joking. I think I'll leave all the numbers to you. That much is obvious. I had to stop you from entering the wrong amount at least a dozen times. Hey, I'm learning. Does that mean it doesn't work out? I won't be getting an apprenticeship at your accounting firm. Spend a few more years studying and then maybe you'll have a chance. At an interview? Wow, that's the point of knowing anyone if you can't even get a job. Nepotism. I believe that a friendship is required for nepotism to work. Are you saying you don't want to meet my friend even though I'm so effortlessly charming, witty, and funny? I don't have time for friendships. It's Marigold, so I apologize, but a nepotistic position at my company is unlikely. That's not how I see it when I bumped into you the other night. When you... What do you mean? Oh, wait, do you have like a twin brother or what? At the Silver Oak! You were there? Am I that forgettable? You were sitting a few tables away from me. Lucille and I were leaving when you told me I was doing a great job with the store and you wanted to see me again. And then you asked me out to dinner! I believe you're confusing me with someone else. Emmett, you little boy, you! How dare you! Florian, I'm sorry, I should have never given you the hard options. Oh my god. Nope, it was definitely you. Lucille saw you too. So let's not hang out. It's late, I believe that the time is up. I will put Miss Marigold director for organization. He still hates me and the sound of wood scraping against. Brian, you want to go out to eat? Emmett said he doesn't want to anymore. Echoed through the small room as he threw back his chair and began quickly pulling all of his papers and laptop back in his briefcase. Then maybe we could. I should read one more way. Good night, Lotus. Don't forget to brush your teeth tonight. I brush my teeth. In a hurry, Emmett rushed out the door and down the stairs, leaving you staring at the empty spot where he'd been just a moment ago. I get to brush my teeth? What's he, my mother? Wait, what's that? A folded up piece of paper remained at the table. You unfolded to see a letter addressed to Emmett. Resisting the urge to snoop, you instead folded back up and found your hands covered in sparkles. What the? Is he a fairy? Are you the tooth fairy? Are you the tooth fairy? Oh my god! Imagine, we have time-traveled knight, ghost, vampire, tooth fairy. I would love that, oh my god. Why does he have glitter? What creature is glitter? You brushed them off on your shirt, then punched the paper again. Once again covered in sparkles, despite the paper looking crisp and white. Emma will probably want this. Taking the letter in hand, you dashed downstairs. Where did he go? Check Emma's business card. It's a smarts or luck check. I'm pretty good with both of them. So we do the smart one. I have a bonus of 2, so I just need... I just need a 3. I'm good. I almost failed that one. You dug through your pocket and pulled out the business card Emmett had given to you a few days prior. Flipping it over, you found the address listing quickly and put it in your phone number. Yeah, yeah, hopefully you live near your office. You set off on foot, walking through the darkened town. It was a clear night and the sky was full of more stars than you could count it. Certainly different to back home. You were walking like this in search of Emmett, but slightly distracted by a sight above when you heard a meow. Is he a cat? A glittery cat! And another. Where's that coming from? Following the noise, you turned into a side street and saw a group of kittens huddled together surrounding a certain man. No, Emmett is just, don't worry about your food, there's no need to get violent there. He's just feeding cats, it's fine. Emmett was crouched low to the ground, holding out a small white plate bordered with ducks for the ground of tiny cats. The kittens meowed and ate. He stroked them gently, smiling. His normally serious face had been replaced by a softer expression. I love all of them. I want to date all of them. Oh my god. Well, I wasn't expecting to find my favorite numbers, boy. Feeding strays. What are you doing? As he spoke, his voice cracked and the kittens scattered, leaving the two of you alone in the dim moonlight. No! No! Don't make me do this! I regretted my choice! But is this now sunk cost fallacy? I'm too deep in. It's just the demo. We be fine. Maybe I drank up so much I didn't want it to end. Yeah, maybe I drank up so much I didn't want to end it. You what? You said so unlikely? You know me for a handful of days and all we done is talk business. It's fine. If there's a hard one, I know do any hard one, okay? Everyone gets hard. Everyone gets lovely. Maybe I just like listening to you talk. He looked at you incredulously as if trying to gauge if you were joking or not. Okay, I do like you, Emmett, but I found you for a reason. You left something at the store and I wanted to return it. Really, here, sorry for spooking you. You had the letter out to him and he finally stood up from his crouched position, dusting the dirt off his pants. He reached out and took the letter carefully, as if not to tear it. You read it? I'm not as nosy as I look. No, I didn't read it, I promise. Well... Emmett cleared his throat and adjusted his tie before tucking the letter away inside his jacket. I apologize for my prior rudeness. This was highly unprofessional of me. I'm not expecting you to be professional outside of your workouts. In fact, I think you could probably loosen up a tie a little, even during business. Do you like cats? I suppose you could say that. That's not yes or no. They're small and cute. Ah! Why are there so many hard options now? What happened? Why happening? Oh, we're just going. We're rolling. We're just rolling down this train. Do I count as small and cute too? Are you a cat? Do I need to be a cat? I could meow. You have no sense of humor, do you? I'm joking, Emma. You don't have to take everything so seriously. He let us sigh and shook his head. You're an overwhelming person, you know that? We hardly know each other and now you're trying to meow at me in this only way. I can understand why this is maybe a funky situation. If I would walk past an alleyway and there was a woman mowing at a man, I would also be like, huh, peculiar. Okay, when you put it like that, I sound like a weirdo. If the shoes fit, then what can I say? Maybe you just need someone to help you let loose a little. That could be me if you like. What exactly do you want from me? I just want to get to know you. I can do that if you're always running away. Overwhelming and persistent. It's part of my charm. Thank you for returning my letter, Miss Marigold, but it's late. I really should be going home now. You should too. Then how about letting me walk you home? There's no need for that. It's hardly a 10-minute walk from here. I know there's probably no need, but can I do it now anyway? And then he sighed and his shoulder dropped. Fine. If it makes you happy, that doesn't mean I consider us friends. Emma, come on! I gave you like 3 hearts! What is this? The two of us started walking through the dark streets. There was a cool breeze and you pulled your clothes tighter around yourself. Oh my god, hello! How about close acquaintance? We can start there. You all are gorgeous. Great, you won't regret it! You smiled brightly and Emmett looked at you out the corner of his eyes. So, my close acquaintance, am I allowed to ask you something? If I asked you to talk to me, you wouldn't do it, would you? I don't talk that much, do I? Emmett remained silent. Wow, ouch, okay, I can tell if you're joking. Oh no, that's kind of terrifying, but okay, you're going back to the topic at hand. What was it the other night? Seriously, I don't think I'm going crazy. I definitely saw you there. I was afraid you have that. Fine, I tell you, but this will stay between us. My lips are sealed. That's what I thought! He was definitely wasted. I have a low alcohol tolerance. Huh? The normal, non-supernatural answer stunned you at first, and then you were surprised by your own reaction. I didn't expect it to be something different. Wait, that's really it? Why would I lie to you about it? It's embarrassing enough to admit. Guess it's just so mundane, like compared to a ghost or a time-traveling night. Or what? What does it even have to do with anything? Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it. We're fine. So you really were just drunk the other night. Ben offered me some of his homemade cider and I felt embarrassed to turn it down. It was only one drink, but that's all it takes. I apologize that you to see me that way. It was actually kind of adorable seeing you act so nice, sweet, talkative. Adorable. A 31-year-old man is hardly adorable. No. Very adorable. 10 out of 10 adorable. And yet, there you are. How strange. This is why I try to avoid alcohol. How much does it take to get you drunk exactly? Like 1 sip? Please don't test that. You can't tell me all that and then not follow up with a number, Emmett. Where's the fun in that? God, I already told you too much. Yes, even 1 sip will do to me. It's not something I'm proud of. If it helps, I'm not much of a drinker either. That's what the early 20s are for. Now I'm old enough, my bones are creaking. I mean, yeah, you can't be more than 25. Ooh, are you complimenting me, my dear accountant, trying to get me on my good side? Hardly. 26 actually, but you were close. What are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere at 26? What? What's this? I hear someone wants to get to know me. It's only simple curiosity. To tell you the truth, then I have no clue. You have no clue. I was getting a little burnt out working part-time jobs and though maybe some time away from the city would be good for me. Running a store was just lucky opportunity. I haven't even seen my aunt since I was a kid. It would be like Miss Marigold to leave a near stranger in charge of her business. I don't think she had much of a choice. My grandparents passed away and my mom, well, they don't talk for some reason. What about you? And you can't weasel out of my invasive question this time. You asked first. I moved to town a few years ago. With your business? That came after I arrived in this town with only the clothes in my bag. Messy divorce or something? Oh my god. Well, at least you're close. Are you on the run? No, I'm gonna go with messy divorce or something. Where you going for a messy divorce or something? That would require me to first be married. Okay, no divorce. What's your story then? Surely a business like yours would be better in a bigger city, right? It's complicated. I needed a new start and I didn't have much else. This town just seemed quiet. I have to agree with that. My previous job was quite intensive. I lived in the same building as I worked and rarely had a day off. I didn't really have a life beyond that. When the opportunity presented itself, I took it to leave. Is it accounting related? I know. Yo, that's very specific. Emmett suddenly stopped outside a small, 2-story-high apartment building. There looked to be a sign hanging out front. Finch adversary. But he was some kind of workaholic. Yes, but I live above my practice. It's just easier. Even if it was greatly unnecessary. Thank you for seeing me home. You really didn't have to. Seriously, you didn't. I know I didn't. I just wanted to. You're incredibly strange. Thank you. I'm proud of that. I did not intend it as a compliment. Well, I take it that way. Unsurprising. Thank you for returning my letter and the walk. Good night, Miss Marigold. He gave you a cord note and then walked towards the building, before stopping in his doorway and suddenly fishing around in his briefcase. Just as you were about to turn around and head back to the store, Emmett cleared his throat and walked back over to you before showing something in your hand. Oh, a small card. You did already give me your business card, but no, I have a spare. Thanks. I wrote my number on that, right? Ah! You did what? Oh my god! I take everything back. No regrets. I have never once regretted my actions. Oh. For emergencies only, of course, yes. Only emergencies. Emmett pushed his glasses up before turning around and finally entering the building, leaving you to stand alone in the dark streets, the door closed behind him. Flipping over the card in your hands, you could see both a mobile number and a personal email address scrawled in messy loose handwriting. Is this meeting with friends? Yes! A click sounded through the empty streets as a window was pulled open ever so slightly. No! Shutting it! Hey, what are we then? If we're not friends, what do you want us to be? Lovers? With a smile, you poked the card and started on your way back to the store. Hey! Terms and conditions. The shop floor was quiet when you entered. All the lights had been turned off and only the faint glow from the moon illuminated the store. Florian didn't look to be around. Oh, Florian, why are you not here? Maybe he was cleaning the storeroom, or maybe he finally accepted he was sick and needed to rest, likely the former. You started across the store ready to head up the stairs. Ah! Lotus, you have returned. Ah! Jesus, Luciel, what are you doing hiding in the dark? Hiding? A knight does not hide. I was merely keeping guard while waiting for your return. It's late, you should be home. In truth, I did attempt to head home earlier, but the town was too quiet. I've heard leaving the store unguarded, so I intended to come check on you. The Florian informed me that you had gone out and not returned, and I grew concerned. Oh, right, Emmett left something here, so I had to hunt him down. Thanks for coming to check on me, Lucia, but really, it's way outside your pay grade to have to guard me after hours. This is nothing about pay, Lotus. I need to worry about only the knowledge that you are safe and well. Why are you so smooth? I should have done all the hearts on you too. Oh, this is my only regret. It's fine, this is just a demo. When the full game is out, everyone will get love. Thanks, Lucille. I'm totally fine. In fact, we're talking and I walked Emmett home. I'm not sure how happy he was about the whole thing, but you know, maybe it's the thought that counts. A noble deed, no matter how small, is never wasted. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, it was kind of fun though. They placed her helmet on her head, then brushed herself off. Well, if everything is all in order, I will take my leave. Do not worry. I will not allow myself to be late tomorrow morning. Tomorrow it's fine, it's a demo. She bought brow. She bought brow. And started towards the door. Wait, can I walk you home too? Oh my god, am I just now walking home, everyone? Everyone gets walked home now. She paused for a moment, then turned and walked back over to you, placing her hand on your shoulders. No. And allow you to see yourself home alone after? Nay, I would not. She shook her head. I have a means to pray and hate myself. Should breeding set upon me, you do not. It would not be fitting. Do not worry, I will be well. It is not your duty to escort me to and fro. From? Oh, it was fancy speak. Something I need to... Something. I need no reward. Only the knowledge that you are safe and well. Okay, it's fine, it's demo. Leave the protection to me, Lotus. While I live and breathe, I will never allow a hair on your head to be harmed. Fine, but one day I'm going to force you to let me look after you too. That's the deal. You know that. You're a stubborn one. Very well, a deal it is. Until next time then. He gave you another nod before heading out the front door and disappearing into the night. The sound of the bells chiming faded as the door closed, and once again the store was plunged into silence. You waited for a minute or two until you heard the sound of her footsteps growing distant, then locked the front door and started back up the stairs. You didn't check on Florian, why did you not? Your room was much. You left it, cluttered by decades and decades of use. It wasn't quite home yet, but it was a nice change from the dingy apartment you called your own for the last few years. You walked over to a kitchen table and closed your laptop. With all the rush of chasing after Emmett, you had forgotten you still had cleaning up to do. With a sigh, you packed up the various papers that still scattered the surface before placing your laptop back on your desk. Wait a second. Where did the book go? You quickly started searching around your desk, then under it, but there was nowhere inside. Hey, book! Where did you go? I know I didn't imagine you. No response. With a grumble, you began turning the room upside down in search of it, under your bed, in the wardrobe, in every cupboard and drawer, but no matter how hard you searched, it seemed to be missing. Florian, did you steal it? Finally, exhausted, you sat down at your desk and found it sitting on the surface as it had never gone missing in the first place. You're messing with me, aren't you? Still no response. No, what would have been more surprising would have been getting a response, really. Alright then, book. Play difficult. See if I care. You picked it up and flicked through the pages. It was the same as before, page after page, of sigils and writing in script you couldn't read. One page at a time, you painstakingly searched from high to low for anything you could read. An hour later, you slammed the book down onto your desk, frustrated. Florian, come help, please! Nothing. You wanted me to find you, didn't you? Why are you being so difficult now? At that moment, a cloud drifted lazily by. The star-filled sky outside and the moon shone through your window, casting a beam of light onto the desk. The light shone on the open book, and as if a switch had been flipped, the entire book began to glow. Okay! The brightness burned your eyes and you covered them, turning away and squeezing your eyelid shut. For a few moments, the glow faded, and when you looked again, the book was still there, sitting on the desk, but something had changed. But before you saw plainly used letter, now you saw beautiful gilded edges and entraced embossing. It looked like a piece of art more than a book. What happened? But suddenly it snapped closed as if caught in a strong breeze. Okay. Oh, it's a book is upset. Oh, well, I never. A voice echoed from the book and slowly it began to float on the table, hovering just a few inches in the air. First, you ignored me for an entire day, as though I were some common dime a dozen grimoire. And now you have the gall to pour through my pages with all the delicacy of an ogre cracking walnuts. Appalling. Simply appalling. I let out a long suffering sigh. I was created by the finest scraps, imbued with the wisdom of archmages, long since reduced to dust. And this is how I'm treated? Handed like some sordid cookbook filled with peasant recipes for root stew and boiled turnips? If a book could glare, you were sure the book was glaring at you at the moment. Well, have you anything to say for yourself? You crude, commingling barbarian! Your book. A book? A book? Why, you wretched fool man. Whoa. No need to go around. God, what am I saying to a book? How are you talking? I am far from a book. I am an archive of the ages, a collection of arcane lore, a repository of incarnations, So a book? Oh, the sheer depths of your ignorance astound me. One would think even a mind as tragically mundane as yours would grasp such rudimentary concepts. And you must be a so-called wizard, or witch, or whatever tawdry monkery you humans are called yourself these days, yes? No, I'm just... And now you drool upon my pages and mother incarnations with all the grace of a toad-gargling mud. What a joy! I suppose there's a positive side to this. Soon you will likely turn yourself into a curious, stupid-looking beetle, and I will no longer have to deal with your ignorance, though, truth be told, I doubt anyone would notice the difference. What's going on here? What is going on here is that you are an imbecile and an inconsiderate lout. I have been here, patiently awaiting a proper spell cast for years, only to find myself stuck with some dim-witted oaf who doesn't have the common sense not to handle my pages with their sweaty, sticky hands. Wow, what? How are you? So the peasant finally decided to address me as something other than a measly book. Congratulations, truly, on the progress. I am Barnabas. Barnabas, the magnificent. I am Barnabas, the magnificent, eternal chronicle of magic, most high, and patron saint of arcane perfection, linguistic superiority, and the grossly underappreciated art of proper book handling. Something you sorely lack. You are a talking spellbook. Oh, certainly, if you wish to diminish my grandeur to the mere status of a talking book, then by all means, wallow in your simplicity understanding of the arcane. How someone like you is fit to be my master, I will never understand. The fates truly must despise me. I'm your master? That is how this works. I, the glorious and sublime Barnabas, was created by a powerful magician to assist her in the mastery of her craft. However, when she died, she brought me to her bloodline. Oh, I told you we witches! Long have I been passed down from generation to generation, waiting to find a master worthy of my knowledge. And somehow, despite all odds, I have ended up in the possession of a clueless dunderhead. I think you're getting confused. I'm not a witch, or a wizard, or whatever crazy fantasy you got in that head, pictures of you. Preposterous! Only a magician practitioner could open my pages, even if that magic meant pretends at least I'd have to don't have any to life left. You know what? I think I'm gonna put you in a drawer. Put me away? As though I were some mere object? Oh, the audacity! Well, be my guest. At that you stood, walked across your room and threw open the top drawer of your dress and you stuffed them in there with your underwear and slammed it shut. How dare you? This is an affront to the very notion of my being. I say let me out. Let me out immediately. You're a real cool book, aren't you? Just teleport out. Teleport? I am not a mere parlor trick. I am an object of arcane beauty, a masterpiece of craftsmanship and... Yeah, you're a real cool talking book. Fine, have it your way. While you languish in your mundaneness, never to know the truth of your potential, I will begin reciting the first 5,000 volumes of the great Encyclopedia Arcana. But I began to loudly, obnoxiously recite the contents of a series of books you never heard of, despite your attempts to cover your ears. Finally unable to take it any longer, you wrapped out the drawer, put the book out and placed it back on your desk. Instantly, Barnabas stopped. Alright, enough again already. Look, I'm sorry, okay? Your book, a talking book, it's a little overwhelming. A little overwhelming? Try having some lick that finger before flicking through your pages. My bad. The book sighed. Yes, it's very much your bad. Now listen here. Whether you and I like it or not, we are stuck together and I'm yours and you're my master. First floated up into the air. It is now your duty to continue the line of marigold spellcasters and use the powers I have to offer you to become the most powerful being this town has ever... Oh, thank you. I'm not sure if I want to become some magical overlord. And why not? I was created by a mighty sorcerer and now she's dead. It's your destiny to continue her legacy. Look, I run an antique store, that's kind of what takes up all my time at the moment. Unless you have some spell in there that make me super successful and rich. Right, I keep to give me the vast fortune spell right next to the one to turning people into beetles. You're really sarcastic for a book, you know? I have to be considering my current circumstances. And as you, my new master, I'm afraid the sarcasm is likely here to stay. Oh, goody. Well, what's happening to my life right now, I was flipping burgers a week ago. A burger flipper. No wonder you handled me so roughly. I spent years and years in the care of some of the most talented wizards and witches in history, and I am handed over to a grease-stained fry cook. The shame! It's not like I chose you. It makes two of us! It's not like I chose you either! Look, Barnabas, we're not getting anywhere here. Why don't you tell me a little more about yourself? If we get to know each other, maybe we can get along better. Oh, so now you wish to know about me. Excellent social grace, master. The book cleared its throat. As I told you before, I'm the great and magnificent Barnabas, codex to the once magnificent Marigold line. Why did my aunt never tell me about you? What should I know? She was always a rather distant woman. And left me glow dusty on the shelves, a true crime. And you always been a book? Of course, I am the sum of all magic ever recorded by Marigold family. Every spell, every enchantment, every bit of knowledge is all kept right there. A dim-witted oaf like you would have no hope of handling all that magic, so I'm limiting the knowledge I can give you. I wish to learn every spell in my repertoire, and you will need to prove to me through practice and training that you are a worthy recipient. I don't know how much time I'll have for training in between keeping the store afloat and dealing with the locust problems. I'm not fault of mine. It's no fault of mine. Perhaps you should have been born with the aptitude to become a magician instead of a manual. Come here. What, and allow you to manhandle me again? Absolutely not. Come on, Barnabas. How am I supposed to practice if I'm not allowed to look at you? Fine. But do not dodge my pages, as I make good on my promise to turn you into a beetle. With a half Barnabas floated towards you, hovering in the air. You lifted a hand and carefully took the cover before flipping through the pages. On many of the pages were still written in a way you couldn't understand. Some pages at the front seemed to suddenly be legible. Do not think that you have gained my trust by any means. If I had hands, they would be on my hips, and I would be giving you the sternest look. I am allowing you to persuade my pages only because there is a small chance that somewhere within that pea-sized brain, there is a shred of talent. Yeah. You don't trust me, I get it. How do I start? Firstly, as you have no experience in the arts whatever, I suppose it would be best if you pick one spell to practice. No, actually, I should, because let's be frank, your judgment is clearly poor and unreliable. Against my better judgment, I shall alter the contents of my pages to provide us a use in your mundane life as much as it pains me. Barnabas flipped his pages then, seemingly of his own accord, started glowing with a bright golden light. With this, I have modified the spell Revelation Obscura. Now, upon successfully casting such a spell, your eyes will have an easier time spotting things that are hidden. Spell fails is because you are, in fact, a worthless and talentless excuse for a human and nothing to do with my modifications. So, we have to find things I can think of few times that could be useful. Yes, well, if that's all, please put me away somewhere, preferably not near where you keep your filthy undergarments. Wait. You have to teach me how to cast the spell first, must I? Isn't it your whole point of existence? My point is to hold information, not hold your hand. Figure it out yourself. Fine, but I accidentally set the store on fire. It's on you. You pulled out the chair at your desk, sat down, and reached out and grabbed Barnabas. Please, don't let my pages be burned. That would be terribly inconvenient. I try, but no promises. Ignoring him, you started studying the page and detailed how to cast the spell with various diagrams. Florian, I became a witch! Florian, please come up the step. Florian, please, hi! Drawings and words. As you read, the letters and images seemed to float off the page and into your mind until finally everything sunk in. You pulled out a notebook and began scribbling stitches left, right, and center. If this was what magic was like, it was going to be a lot easier than you thought. Once satisfied, you put Barnabas back down and on the table and pushed the chair back. Time for a little field testing. You placed the notebook down on the ground in front of you, stuck out to your hand, and Revelatio Obscura! Revelatio Obscura! Nothing happened. Revelatio Obscura? Nothing. With the ground, you tried one more time, waving your arms around wildly. Revelatio Obscura! Utterly hopeless. You have this. You are far from having this. Your pronunciation is that of an illiterate stable boy. Try again. Slowly this time, if you please. You took a deep breath, feeling the way your lungs filled with air and focused on the spell. Revelatio Obscura. A lamp in the corner of the room began to flicker on and off, and the hanging plants near the window swayed gently despite no wind that night. Congratulations, master. You are truly a master of the craft. The world shall tremble before your might. Hey, what? Look at that, isn't it? Yes, congratulations, making a lamp flicker. That does mean it worked, right? Yes, this does. It's on a magical ley line. There are often side effects to spells cast here. What spell can I learn next? Ha! What spell? The flashing as if the entire process was so easy. Please continue to amuse me. What? I cast it, right? You must practice. Even simple spells are fiendishly difficult, and I would not stand idly by while you butcher them with your lack of skill. When you have more experience, perhaps then I will teach you another. Perhaps. Okay, jeez, I practice whenever I need to find something then, alright? Would it be the smartest thing you've done since I met you? Oh, now though, I suddenly feel wiped. Yes, well, casting a spell will drain your magical reserves, and until you are more proficient, even the simplest of spell will require significant focus. Well, I'm too tired for this, I'm going to bed. What should I do with you? I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Are you capable of yapping less while I try to sleep, or do you need to go back in the drawer? Do not even suggest such a thing. Good night, Barney. Barnabas! Barnabas, not Barney! Close enough. You slipped into bed and shut your eyes, waves and waves of tiredness washing over you. As you drift off, the last thing you heard was the sound of a disgruntled book complaining. You have learned a new spell! Searching Daddy now has a higher chance of finding items. Nice, thank you. Such a long demo. You'd hope to awaken to the gentle chirping of birds or the sound of a breeze rustling leaves in the world outside your window. Instead, you woke to the sound of a very grumpy Pumps's book opening the charting disc cover repeatedly as loudly as possible. Good morning, Master. Oh, I apologize. Did I wake you up? Probably time for me to get on up anyway. Good. That would be tragedy to waste your morning with slumber. Up. Let's get a moving. With a grumble, you pushed the covers aside and swung your legs out of your bed. You made your way over to your dresser, picked up a change of clothes, then turned back to look at Barnabas, who was sitting on your desk across the room. Do you mind? I'm changing. Not as if I have eyes, Master. I see the world differently from a base creature like you. Oh, but I'd rather you didn't see me getting changed in any way. Please, you, Master. They would turn around, thus satisfied. You quickly changed and grabbed a piece of fruit, noting that your food stock really wasn't empty now. I have to find a grocery store later. Now, as much as I enjoy your presence, Barney, I got work to do. Did you want to come with or? No, thank you. The thought of being paraded around in front of general public, subjective the gaze of those who cannot appreciate my glory fills me with despair. I will stay here. Thank you. I'll turn the TV on for you, just in case you get bored. Your consideration is touching, Master, truly. Yeah. But then you made your way down the stairs and stepped into the store proper. You were halfway down the stairs when you heard voices talking back and forth. They was beginning to feel like a normal thing around the store, but you didn't recognize one of the two voices. Who are you? I'm afraid it's not possible. Lots require they do rest, and besides, it's my duty to protect them. Lucia, come on, it's not that big of a deal. I just want to see you while a little bit. Oh my god! Privacy! Excuse you! I will not budge on this matter. Sleep is more important than your senseless whims. There are partying and reminded to going on. This seems to happen a lot. You make a person feel left out if you're not careful. You wink towards the tailwinds to straighten up, then turned your eyes towards the other person. You guys met a man with red hair you didn't recognize. He smiled up at you lopsidedly before brushing a lock of hair behind his ear. Well, if it isn't the most mesmerizing face I've seen all week, you must be the famous new owner of the store. You can call me handsome or Eden will do. Ah no! Why did I say we do the hearts now? Hello, handsome. Well, hello, handsome. Nice to meet you. Lot was right. I heard a lot about you, but it looks like the rumors were selling you short. Rumors were calling me surprised. Ian took a few steps up the staircase, his gloved hand trailing over the railing as he approached you. They were close enough, he leaned in towards you and whispered. He wasn't quite touching you, but it was close enough that it felt like an intimate. It's intimate! Funny story. I had the new owner already had a fan club because of their overwhelming beauty and charisma. From what I've seen, I have to agree. You can pull back a smile. When the rumors say a lot more than that, but let's leave some of the secrets and mystery for now, shall we? Leave my store! You have to be a little bit serious to be interesting after all. At that, Ian turned around and walked back down the stairs, the sound of wood creaking with every step. If there's something you need, Sir Eden, I suggest you speak now. Wow, at our first meeting, we'll be telling everyone about it at a wedding! No! He picked up and you didn't notice $10,000, yo. Really? You don't need to be so defensive. I don't buy it unless you ask me. That's what I said! Oh my god! I have no interest in anything of the sort from you if you have no business here. Please take your leave. We are running an establishment here. Lucia moved her hand towards the hilt, so but didn't draw it. Ethan raised his hands and backed up a step. Alright, I'm going to note that down for the next time. Sarah isn't a fan of jokes. My deepest apologies, my lady knight. Ian gave a half bow to Lucia, but she just shifted to stand a little straighter.